Imagine the atmosphere in Taiping, Perak, Malaysia, on the night of October 25, 2025. What began as an ordinary evening rain turned into a terrifying disaster. Heavy downpours that lasted for hours caused rivers and drainage systems to overflow, flooding the Larut, Matang, and Selama districts in just a few hours. Streets disappeared under muddy water, cars were swept away, and residents fled in panic through the rising flood. The peaceful town of Taiping suddenly turned into a scene of chaos and fear.
Tahun dulu petang tak boleh jalan tu. Oh. Siapa nak ke Taiping, relax dulu.
On social media, haunting videos captured the desperation of residents. In one clip, a woman could be heard crying out, her trembling voice filled with fear. "Please help! The water's here!" as she tried to wade through the current that had reached her waist. Another man, drenched and shaking, held his baby high above the water while shouting for help. The rain was relentless, lightning flickered across the dark sky, and the roar of rushing water drowned out every other sound.
Habis rumah aku, habis semua. Kesian anak aku ni, aku takut anak aku dia takut. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
By the early hours of Friday, more than 2,000 people from over 700 families had been forced to evacuate. 22 temporary relief centers were opened across Taiping and nearby areas to shelter those displaced. Schools, mosques, and community halls were turned into makeshift shelters where families huddled together, exhausted and soaked, waiting for news and aid. Children tried to sleep on thin mats while volunteers distributed food and dry clothes. Among the survivors was a nurse, Noor Shafinas Fazil, who shared how quickly the floodwater entered her home. "It came so fast. Within minutes, it reached my waist. I thought my children and I wouldn't make it," she said tearfully. In another neighborhood, a father placed his 2 children on top of a refrigerator lid to keep them afloat while waiting for rescue boats to arrive.
Nghe được không? Dekat dalam kau turun banjir kau dari sana pergi turun memang teruk orang kata.
Transportation in the area came to a halt. The Taiping southbound rest area along the North-South Expressway was closed as floodwaters rose dangerously high. Many vehicles were trapped, and some drivers abandoned their cars to seek safety on higher ground.
Kawasan Taman Lela. Habis. Ada duduk flat pun boleh tenggelam.
Rescue operations were launched immediately. The Perak state government deployed over 70 rescue assets, boats, trucks, and ambulances, and coordinated with 5 neighboring districts to provide logistics and manpower. Yet the challenge remained immense as the rain showed no sign of stopping. Meteorological reports warned that more heavy rainfall and thunderstorms would continue across the northern region of Perak.
Oh, 这里都淹了。
给人了，给大家。